Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Spring 2024 CARE Awards celebration. Today's celebration is being live streamed to share the festivities with our campus community. My name is Jennifer Klunk, and I have the honor of being the Staff Council President for the 2023-24 academic year. And one of my favorite parts about this role is the CARE Award. Since 1989, Staff Council has presented 12 CARE Awards each year, bringing our total recipients to 300 over 25 years. This is just a fraction of the amazing staff community that has made this campus capable of leading at the speed of bright. CARE Award honorees demonstrate superior performance, outstanding customer service, and perform acts that enhance the image of the university. Each recipient will receive a framed certificate and an engraved clock. To quote a past recipient, "To me, the clock symbolizes the time I dedicate in service to UT Dallas and our mission. It goes beyond a paycheck. I recognize what it means when I walk into someone's office or see it on their desk. I see the person with the clock as caring for our faculty when they're up against a deadline, helping a researcher get that grant, or being there for that student so they can walk the stage at graduation. It is a symbol of care for our community." As a reminder, CARE Award nominees must be a staff member who is a regular employee, appointed at least 50% for the least 3 months at the level of director or below to be eligible. To get us started, I would like to welcome to the podium our president, Dr. Richard Benson.
Thank you, Jennifer. Like you, this is one of my favorite events of the year. This ceremony is an opportunity to honor you as members of our staff for your role in making possible the many collective achievements of UT Dallas. You embody what makes UTD so very special. You regularly exhibit the willingness to provide exceptional service and demonstrate your dedication to the mission of UT Dallas. I want to thank the honorees, along with every staff member, for the work that you do on behalf of this university. There is so much praise beyond your excellent work. I see and appreciate the many small acts of kindness you extend to one another, along with the unwavering support for all of the members of the Comet family, faculty, staff, and students. And when I speak of these kindnesses, these are things that are not in the job description. You do it because you care. We are indeed a family. When the university's more than 2,700 staff have a shared sense of purpose, we work with great strength and advance UTD in ways beyond measure. We could not and would not be here today without our remarkable employees. And as I have said many times before, I'm proud of the fact that it says staff on my Comet card. And now it's time to celebrate the 6 staff members that have earned top recognition this spring. Jennifer will introduce each recipient and their supervisor or nominator. And at the end, we will document the awardees with a group photo. So congratulations, one and all. Whoosh. Jennifer, back to you.
Okay, just a real quick change of the agenda. The recipients got an email from me. We're going to hold the photos with Dr. Benson until the end of the ceremony. So we'll do remarks, and then we'll do all the photos at the end. So to begin our presentation of the Spring 2024 nominees, I would like to invite Hillary Beauchamp-Shamble, who actually cannot be here today, but whom we would like to honor with remarks given by Dean Jessica Murphy.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm a little shorter. So. Thank you all. I'm really grateful to be here to make remarks on behalf of Hillary Beauchamp-Campbell, who has been at UT Dallas for about 23 years. There's some math questions, so it's between 22 and 23, but I'm just going to give it 23. And she's been with the Office of Undergraduate Education since 2012. Those of you who have met Hillary or worked with Hillary know that she does everything with her heart forward. She is a fabulous leader. She develops her staff really well. She develops her students really well and her student leaders. She is a joy to work with, and she cares very deeply about UT Dallas's staff and faculty, and UT Dallas's students. So I'm very sorry that she can't be here today, but you all should be very proud that this award is going to her this time around. Thank you.
Next, we have Mark Chavez, who will have comments given by Aisha Ahmad. Am I getting that right?
Good morning. My name is Aisha, and I'm honored to introduce Mark Chavez for this award. I've had the pleasure of working with Mark only for a couple of years, but he has been at the university for about 15 years and at our department for about 8. I've seen him transition up in the department from academic support coordinator to program manager and now to being assistant director for the Center for Advanced Pain Studies, or CAPS. At CAPS, we focus on research to develop new therapeutics and study mechanisms of pain. For the scientists in our center to be able to do that, we need someone who can do literally everything else that will keep our center running. Enter Mark. In the words of our director, the center would not exist without Mark, and this is not an exaggeration. He has been with CAPS since its founding 5 years ago and helped build it into a well-recognized research center in the field. In the beginning, this meant just letting others know that we existed, and he did that by amassing a community of over 15,000 followers on the now banned TikTok. That's not influencer numbers, but for science communications, it might as well be. We now collaborate with international pain organizations and attend various conferences around the country thanks to his outreach. The bigger day-to-day focus of Mark's job revolves around the CAPS community here at UTD. He runs programming for students, postdoctoral fellows, and staff by leading seminar series, team building events, and local outreach. Besides science communication, as we know, a huge part of research is securing funding, and he makes sure that our center faculty have what they need to secure it. He was instrumental in helping the department receive and set up awards to allow undergraduates to access research, and also awards to recognize and further the work of PhD students and postdoctoral fellows in the center. Running the logistics and operations for a center involves picking up a large number of job duties, which Mark does a remarkable job of. He goes above and beyond to ensure the success of CAPS and the department as a whole. He's even worked closely with different labs on visualizing an interactable data platform to share published data sets. And while Mark is obviously fantastic at his job as a whole, it's only part of what stands out when you work with him. It's very clear to those who work with him that he's passionate about the work that we do both at the center and at UTD as a whole. His enthusiasm for being here at UTD is very clear, especially with the number of Team Oxox he owns, which I guess after a certain number of years of service, you have quite a few of them. But more than that, he is genuinely one of the kindest and most genuine person that I've worked with. He's always here for others in the department, even when it falls way outside of his job duties, simply because it matters to him that everyone has the support that they need. If he can't help you solve your problem, he at the very least will help you get to the person who can, or he'll just take a walk with you so he can be used as a sounding board for your problem. He's an incredibly dependable person, be that for an undergrad or a faculty member that needs help, and he clearly fosters a work environment where others feel valued and respected. He creates a space for everyone to grow and flourish, both on a team and individual level, and I very much look up to his leadership and the level of consideration for those that he has around him. I was very happy to see Mark that is receiving the CARE Award, as were all the other members of our team who nominated him. It's nice to see him acknowledged and celebrated for the work he does and the kind of team member he is. Please join me in celebrating Mark. Thank you.
Brooke Johnson is next, and we'll have comments given by Dr. Christopher Edwards.
Thank you so much. I do want to clarify, I haven't actually written the dissertation yet, so just Mr. is fine. I'm very honored to be here to speak on behalf of Brooke, who is a remarkable employee and individual. And I have to sheepishly confess I was not one of her nominators, which speaks actually more to her value because she is recognized as a pillar of our community by outsiders. Brooke actually works as a department of one, as the coordinator of our reserve system, which if you are not familiar, the library runs support for all of the classes here at UTD, and the reserves is one of the cornerstones of how we do that. So she coordinates getting hundreds of books and articles, and I guarantee you if I named an article and a professor right now, she would tell me how she is doing on processing that request. I'm not going to do it though. She is meticulously organized, she is incredibly dedicated, and it would be very easy for someone who works so much solo to be disconnected or disengaged, and that is certainly not our Brooke. Brooke takes part in the staff council, and she is a constant in our building, contributing to the work of other people in the library, and I cannot think of a more deserving employee or library staff member to be recognized in this way. So congratulate Brooke with me.
Thank you. Next, Bailey Moster will have comments given by Deanna Delau.
Good morning, y'all. I'm gonna try to do this without crying because Bailey's awesome. So I'm honored to stand here today. I not only nominated her, but seeing her receive the award. A little story about the nomination: I had reached out to 3 staff members, which then snowballed the nomination to over 20 different staff members across UTD. And then I looked at that, it was also 6 departments across UTD that wanted to recognize Bailey. Bailey has only been here for 3 years, but her impact on UTD is impeccable. Her coworkers have only nice things to say. They want her to be her supervisor, her peer, her friend, in their daily journey at UTD. A little thing about Bailey cares so much about UTD. I actually ask her probably on a weekly basis if she attended school here. The answer is always no, but she cares that much about the community. She knows the history of every building, every fact about UTD. She really cares about the UTD community. Some of the common themes that the coworker said: that she is very welcoming to new staff members, checks in on them if they're having a bad day, and just is with them through their everyday journey. Bailey is involved in many things as well as her position on campus. She is part of the Women's ERG, the Young Professionals, and the Alternative Spring Break. So with just how amazing Bailey is, I will say y'all should actually talk to her after this just to get to know her. She will remember your name, something about you, and I'll follow up to make sure you're okay if you guys ever need anything. So let's give a round of applause for Bailey.
Thank you. Helen Roth is next, and comments will be given by Dr. Yvette Pearson.
Great to have a near zero turning radius. So I am honored to be here to celebrate the Helen Roth. When I joined UTD back in 2021, Helen was the first staff member I hired. And I'll just be honest, I cannot imagine navigating this position and this office and everything that we've navigated the past 3 years without Helen. In fact, I've had a number of my colleagues over the years, I don't see Niels, he was one of them, who said, you know, I need a Helen. And I'm like, oh, you do need a Helen, but you can't have mine. And so, but she is just the epitome of what it means to be not just an administrative assistant, but a member of the campus community who is dedicated to service There have been times when other administrators have needed to hire assistants, and Helen has jumped in readily to help search for their assistants. She's been called upon to mentor their assistants, to try to say, okay, maybe we can duplicate Helen. And so she's always ready to serve. Whenever someone on campus needs volunteers, Helen is among the first to volunteer. And so it's not just about making sure our office is successful, it's about making sure the campus is successful. And of course, supporting our students is a big part of what she does. And so, as I said, she embodies everything that the CARE Award stands for. So congratulations, Helen. You deserve this so much. Thank you.
Okay. Christina, or Tina Sharpling, will have comments given by Pearl Gutierrez.
I'm going to try to get through this also without crying. Good morning, everyone. My name is Pearl Gutierrez. I serve the university as a HR Employee Benefits Manager, and today is a great day that we have been looking forward to and counting down, because today we honor and celebrate the achievement and reward the excellence of our colleague, Tina Sharpling, who serves UTD as our HR Information Systems Manager on the HR team. In her formal role as our HRIS manager, she serves the community by working behind the scenes with system implementations, pilot projects, UT system-wide cross collaborations, open records requests, and she partners with IT developers for ongoing system improvements and enhancements and so much more. Thankfully for us, she doesn't stay in her lane. She always goes beyond her role and supports the campus in many other areas. In addition to being our techie guru, she serves UTD staff, faculty, students, retirees, and surviving dependents with her whole heart. She resolves conflicts on the daily. She provides guidance to the community and all of her teammates. She offers benefits counseling. She facilitates sessions on retirement readiness and so much more. She is constantly teaching all of us, and she inspires us to be lifetime learners like she is. She's always demonstrated an unwavering commitment and loyalty to UTD. She's been with UTD for a quarter of a century. She's a member of the Quarter Century Club, and a week from today, she'll celebrate 26 years with UTD. I could speak about Tina for hours, but I had to condense my speech already, so I just want to highlight some key things that she's done historically and present day. A major implementation that Tina contributed to the success of was our new employee benefits enrollment platform, Benefit Focus, which UT System decided to roll out in phases. Phase 1 involved UT MD Anderson and us, UTD, to lead as the pilot medical and academic institutions for all of UT System. This pilot program ran for 1 year, and as expected with a pilot, problems were encountered and resolved, which helped prevent the subsequent wave of future UT institutions coming online of experiencing the same. Tina was our technical lead for UTD, and as such, she was invited to be on the speaking panel at the annual UT System Benefits HR Conference to share her insights, lessons learned, and to participate in a Q&A session. Microphones were being passed around in the audience, and Tina, alongside her MD Anderson peer, helped answer multiple rounds of questions to help others in our UT community learn from her experience. The audience was made up of UT institutions, all of the HR employee benefits functional teams, managers, and directors. And because of Tina's reputation for excellence and her trusted partnership, other UT institutions continue to contact her today to brainstorm and learn from her on various technical components and approaches. I would like to close by saying that people like Tina will be known legends of UTD upon retirement. People like Tina are the ones this university has been built on by her blood, sweat, and sometimes tears. And lots of hard work, not just for a few weeks or a few months, but a quarter of a century. People like Tina are the ones that folks in future new incoming generations, including myself and our newest teammates, are inspired by to give the same level of drive and commitment as our attempt to honor what she and other UTD colleagues before us have built to continue their legacy. Congratulations.
All right, I'm gonna vamp for a moment because our photographer is still getting to the building, but I thought it would be appropriate to tell you guys two stories. Number one, the best thing about the CARE Awards for me is that I get to call and let people know that they've been selected as a recipient, and I've gotten a spectrum of replies, but I will highlight the fact that it was very difficult to get a hold of Mark Chavez because he was just so busy doing the work. I was trying to do them all on a Friday so that people could go into their weekend with that as a good way to set the weekend, and I couldn't get a hold of him until Monday because he was just so busy. And then you also have Hillary, who immediately turned the notification into, let's talk about this other point of collaboration that we've talked about in the past, because laser focus, she's all about the work. And I will also briefly spotlight Tina in that when her name came across as a nominee, my reaction was, wait, she hasn't gotten it already? That just didn't seem possible to me. So I was very happy to see that change. And just as a show of hands, who are our past CARE Award recipients that are here today? So, you're joining a wonderful community that believes in each other and lifts each other up. And I thank you for your time this morning, that we can recognize you for all your hard work. So we will do photos when the photographer gets here, but in closing, I just want to thank everyone who makes the CARE Awards possible, which is our confidential selection committee, which is comprised of past CARE Award recipients, the staff council support Deanna Dalal, the staff within the Office of the President and University Events, and the Chief of Staff, Dr. Rafael Martin. So if you want to please help yourself to some refreshments, I will get back on the mic when we are ready to do photos. Thank you for joining us.